Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Raquel with MH Family Adventures, and here today I am going to talk about the things that we loved about our very first experience on Royal Caribbean. So if you haven't been following along, we sailed Royal Caribbean for the very first time over the holidays. So Christmas of 2021, we were on board the Royal Caribbean's Mariner of the Seas. It was our very first sailing with Royal Caribbean, and I'm going to share with you our top things that we loved about Royal Caribbean. All right, so this sailing was a very quick, well not quick, but it was a 5-day sailing out of Port Canaveral, and we visited Cococay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. We also visited Nassau, Bahamas. So we were actually on board the ship for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and we had a fantastic time. So here are the top 5 things that we loved about Royal Caribbean. And this is speaking specifically to the Mariner of the Seas, since it's the only thing that we have to compare at this point. But we are comparing this to more so Carnival Cruise Line, because that's who we cruise with mostly in the past. And so my comments and my comparisons will be based on our experience with Carnival. And again, these are based on our opinions, my opinion. And again, these are by no means factual, or I shouldn't say they're not factual, they're factual for us, but they are based solely on our opinion, okay? So take it as you please. So the very first thing that we absolutely loved about Royal Caribbean, or the Mariner of the Seas, was the ship. The ship was absolutely beautiful. Compared to other ships that we've sailed in the past, when we went up, it's actually, I believe it was the largest ship that we have currently sailed on. But the ship was beautiful. The ship was clean. We absolutely loved like the Royal Promenade, just having that indoor space there. They had shops, they had the Promenade Cafe. The theater was a really nice size. Technical quality, or as far as like the shows and just the quality of like the theatrical effects and different things was really, really great. The cabin was a nice size. The cabin was clean. I really enjoyed our balcony. We had a spacious ocean view balcony, and so the balcony was a little bit deeper than we would normally have as far as a balcony. So we absolutely loved having that space on board. Also the deck space, the open decks, we love that there were a couple different pools to choose from. We are used to typically having having a pool right there in the middle of the ship, as well as one toward the aft of the ship, but there were a couple of different options as far as getting in a pool on the Mariner of the Seas. I also really love the solarium area, which is for adults 18 and older. They had several jacuzzis there, lounge chairs, cushioned lounge chairs, and it was a really nice space to relax. So I just felt like the ship layout was excellent. There was a lot of different amenities on board, lots of things for the family to do. So they had the flow rider, they had forgot the different things that they had on board, but they had arcade, they had a little climbing space for the kids. So there were a lot of different things for the kids to do. So we did love the ship. Overall, the ship was excellent. All right, so the second thing that we absolutely loved about Royal Caribbean was the food. I felt like the food quality overall was much better than what we've had in the past cruising. So there were so many different options to choose from. We absolutely love the Windjammer. So the Windjammer is a buffet, and it was open for our sailing. It was open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And they just had a lot of different options to choose from, different types of cuisine. And they also had different stations where they would make your eggs fresh, or like at dinner time, they had a section where they had like raw chicken and steak and different things that you could actually have prepared to order. So just lots of options there, and just overall I felt like the quality was good. I also love the fact that the crew served the food in the buffet, and it wasn't self-serve. You know, in COVID times right now, I think every precaution, is great to keep cruising up and running. There were also several different specialty dining options. We did partake in Jamie's Italian for lunch, and that was phenomenal. If you have not watched the video, I will link it below, but you can also check our page for that video. So we did experience that. We also went to Chops Grill. So just overall, the quality of the food, the quantity, you would never go hungry on board. There was a ton of food. They also had the Promenade Cafe, which was open. I believe it's typically open 24 hours, but for our sailing, I think it closed every day around 2 a.m. But they would have like sandwiches and pizza and coffee and danishes and different things there. So lots and lots of food. We absolutely, typically when we cruise, we don't do a whole lot of dining in the main dining room, but we found ourselves eating at the main dining room each and every night. The only night that we did not eat in the main dining room was when Ron and I decided to dine at the steakhouse. But the food, and again, you can get unlimited appetizers, entrees, and desserts, but the food was really good. And we especially loved the, what is it called? The apple, like their little apple pie that they have. I highly recommend it. It's called an apple blossom. That was really, really good. So really had no complaints about the food. The food was excellent. All right, the third thing that we loved about Royal Caribbean or Mariner of the Seas, but actually this would be Royal Caribbean, is its private island. Cococay, however you want to say it, was awesome. We had such a fantastic time there. There's so much for you to do. Now, we did find out after we booked that certain things like the Thrill Water Park was not included in the cost of the cruise. So you had to do some different add-ons, but you really don't need to do that to enjoy Cococay. They offered a tram service. There were several different beach areas for you to enjoy. They had a snorkeling area, although we weren't able to snorkel on this particular cruise because of the waves, but they had a snorkeling area, just a lot of lounge chairs. They had South Beach, which was designed, I guess, for the younger crowd. They had basketball and volleyball and all kinds of things there. They also had a kiddie water park, which I did actually go in with Jo Marie. All of that is included, but you could do some add-ons such as the Thrill Water Park. They have a hot air balloon. They have zip lining, so all kinds of things. So the private island we were never bored on the private island. They also have complimentary lunch, which is provided through, they had 2 different venues for having your lunch. And so they had, I think it was Chill Grill, and there was another one that you could go to, and they had burgers and tacos and sandwiches and salads and cookies and ice cream and brownies and all kinds of things for you to eat. And we felt like the food there was really good. They had entertainment. They had the Junkanoo dancers present the first couple of hours as guests were arriving on the island, and then also to send everyone away and wish a farewell. So lots of entertainment. You also had Captain Jack's Shack, which is like a bar area. They do have an upcharge for like wings and fries, but they had performers there. But overall, it was just a really great time. So compared to other private islands that we've been to, I would say Cococay is probably going to be our favorite now. So we're excited that we'll be visiting there a few more times this year or here in 2022. All right, so the fourth thing that we loved about Royal Caribbean and Mariner of the Seas was the service. The service was phenomenal. And I'm speaking about like guest services. We were actually impressed to see that when we got on board that there was only about 3 people in line for guest services. And typically, and I'm speaking more so about Carnival, if you've ever boarded a Carnival ship, you know that usually that guest services line is wrapped around as guests are making special requests, or maybe they have some complaints or concerns. But there was never really a line at guest services. And the couple of times where there might have been a few people in line, they had other people from different departments there to kind of help answer any questions that people might have had that could have been resolved before getting to the guest services counter. So their customer service was excellent. Our room steward was really friendly, really nice, knew us by name, did a very thorough job in cleaning and just making sure that all of our needs were met. dining staff, they were excellent. They did enforce COVID protocols, and like our wait staff, like they learned kind of what we liked. They knew that we love shrimp, so after about the second day, they would make sure that we had extra shrimp without us even having to put in that request. They would have extra shrimp ready for us, and different things like that. So the service for Royal Caribbean was definitely top notch. All right, and the fifth thing that I loved about Royal Caribbean, and that we loved about Royal Caribbean, and I have to connect this with COVID because we are currently cruising. It is 2022 now, and we are currently still cruising during COVID times, unfortunately, but I felt their COVID protocols were really good. So for the December 2021 sailing, and again, this might change depending on when you're watching this, but when we sailed, it was required that guests be fully vaccinated. They did allow some exceptions for certain guests that weren't able to get the vaccination, and for young children. But they required testing before getting on board. Masks were required in indoor spaces, and they did monitor that, and they would remind guests to pull mask up, sip and cover, that kind of thing. They had hand sanitizers at like every elevator station, just throughout the promenade area, the open deck areas. They had, when you would walk into the Windjammer, there was always someone there singing that you needed to washy. And so they had sinks with hot water where you can go wash your hands before going into the Windjammer. They also had separate spaces for vaccinated versus non-vaccinated. Now, this might not be a positive if you are not vaccinated, but they did have areas where you could only go if you were vaccinated. So that gave us a little bit of comfort knowing that if we were in a certain area of the ship, that all of the guests in that area were vaccinated. And they gave you a wristband so that they could differentiate if you were vaccinated or not vaccinated. We also love, part of the COVID protocols was their updated muster station. So the muster station was a quick video on your cell phone or device. You could also watch it in your cabin, and you would have to watch the video about how to wear your life vest. You would listen to the emergency signals or emergency horns, and then you would have to actually go to your muster station and they would check you off. And that process was so much quicker than, like I know how Carnival's had been in the past. I think Carnival has changed their muster station as well to avoid overcrowding. But overall, the COVID protocols that they had in place, social distancing, things like that, we really appreciated and we loved sailing on Royal. So those are the top 5 things that we love about Royal Caribbean. And again, I'm assuming that these things will be consistent as we continue to cruise and learn more about Royal Caribbean. But in the comments below, if there's something that you absolutely love about Royal that maybe I didn't share, please share that out. Or if there's something that you don't like about Royal Caribbean, share that out as well. I'll also have a video here in the next few days where I will share some of the things that we did not like, because of course there's going to be things that you like, things that you don't like, but I'll be sure to share some of the things that we found that we did not like in comparison to Carnival, which has been our preferred cruise line. So again, if you have not watched our Mariner of the Seas series, I think it's about a 6 or 7 parts that we have available on our channel, MH Family Adventures. Please go there, watch those videos. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment. Give us a thumbs up that you like our video, and if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe. We do have a lot of cruise content coming here in 2022. We're actually in February of 2022, and we still have about 10 cruises for this year. And so we are excited that we will be back with Royal Caribbean in May. We will be cruising on the Freedom of the Seas, the Allure of the Seas, and there's one more that we're going to be cruising in 2022. So all of those itineraries will take us back to Cococay. We are excited for that. And I might have another surprise 1 or 2 Royal Caribbean cruises planned for the near future. So again, if you like cruise content, please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share. And I do appreciate all of your support. So thanks for following along on our journey. We are excited that 2022 is here and that cruising is back and that things are really looking up for the cruising industry. We are cruisers. We love to cruise. We have a lot of cruising coming up, and we are just excited that we're able to share it all with you. So again, thanks for following along on our journey, and be on the lookout for the top 3 or 4 things that we did not like about Royal Caribbean. I'll have that for you here soon. But until then, take care and be safe. All right, Andrew, what was your favorite thing about Royal Caribbean?
Cococay.
Cococay, you like the private island?
Yes.
You want to go back there again?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back there soon. All right, Dyson, what was your favorite thing about Royal Caribbean or Mariner of the Seas?
Probably the food.
The food? What was your favorite food item?
I like the lamb in the dining room. I like the lamb.
The lamb? All right.
Yes.
So we'll be back on Royal. Anything new that you want to try or something you want to have again?
I want to do the flow rider again.
You want to do the flow rider, so you like that?
Yes.
All right. So lots of fun. We'll be back sailing soon. All right. Tell us one thing that you liked about Royal Caribbean.
I can't just say one. I have to say 2. I love the food and I like the shows. And those are my 2 things that I liked about Royal.
Joe Marie, what was your favorite thing about Royal Caribbean or Mariner of the Seas?
Can I tell you all my favorite things?
Hmm?
Can I tell them all my favorite things? You know, I tell them my favorite things.
Yeah, tell them all of your favorite things.
I love Cococay.
Cococay? Okay, what else?
I love the water slides there.
Mm-hmm. So you'll have to check out that video of me and Joe Marie going down the water slide. What else? Anything else?
I love the food.
The food, what was your favorite food item?
The cheesecake.
The cheesecake. Ooh, that sounds yummy. Anything else you want to share about Royal Caribbean?
Yes.
What?
The kids clubs.
The kids clubs? You like the kids clubs?
Yep.
All right. Did you like the kids clubs better than Carnival, or do you like Carnival's better?
I like Royal Caribbean's better.
Do you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's surprising to hear. Okay, well, anything else you want to say?
I loved the food at Cococay.
You love the food at Cococay. Yeah, we ate plenty. You like the tacos, right? With the black beans?
And onions.
And the onions. That's yummy. All right, so you guys check out our videos.
I'm obsessed with onions.
Yeah, you're obsessed with onions. I don't get it. But, all right, guys, we're out of here.